Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 18 of Infection Free Zone Bristol. We are once again babysitting some survivors in a house somewhere just north of our base. Can we get them back to base safely? And there we go. There's warning straight away of a new swarm coming in. So new threats underway. Can we survive? Can we build up some more of our defenses in the coming days in order to fend them off? Let's find out. All right. So just waiting for dawn, really. So I think that swarm may get to us tomorrow night. If not, it will be the night after. But we'll obviously have to be on guard tomorrow. And let's just get the guards switched over now that we're coming to daytime. So we're gonna yeah, and we wanted to do. All right, let's take a pause. So we'll take our guards off. We have our farmers assigned as much as we can commit to that for now. And next up, we want to be doing some extra building works. So we are going to need our wall to continue running up here, so we might as well just add this in. Is that too much? No, I think that works. It's yeah, it's at least enough. I've forgotten where we said we were going to cut the wall across on the north here. I mean, ideally, we kind of want to take this whole region. But I think I was planning on putting this gate in here. Well, I guess it'll be here now. Alright, fine. Either way, that's what we've got set up. We've got 14 builders on the task. Scavengers, I'm actually going to remove all of them. We will reassign some, but only a few. And just onto... Right, we'll put two on here. Two on here, and then two on here, because I think those are our priorities. And then the rest we'll get onto building. And then we'll start to figure out some more building works as well, but before we do so, let's just get our squads back onto their daily scavenging tasks. So these guys can come handle this sector up here. Send you back to the warehouse when you're done. Delta squad popping across the river once again and trying to handle all of these buildings. How are we doing with fuel now? 80. I mean, the highest we've seen it is like close to 100, so that's kind of where we want to aim. We want to have a nice generous surplus of fuel, I think. Then send them back home and then back into their guard spot. These guys are already making their way down. Oh, this is exciting. We're going to get 3 more citizens, and we had one of our children age up, so that's perfect. 4 new citizens in a day. That is epic. That's probably the most we've ever had in one day. So that's great. Now, back onto museum crawling. Oh man, yeah, I love this little cluster over here. If anything's going to do it for us in the assault rifles, or actually, oh, never mind. They're warehouses, not museums, which don't house assault rifles. But this one is a museum, so we can get that. But we're going to have to do this filter again and just make sure that we route our troops correctly. So, okay, we've kind of got like one expedition to make down here to get those two. So for this day, let's see if we can get these 4 up here. 5. Nice. I mean, I like the odds when there's 5 of them. Let's turn everything off. No, I can't. Hang on. I want the filter so that I can see just the museums, because that's the important thing, but I also want to see what other useful items we can pick up on the route, you know? Definitely there's fuel here. When we get this one, we'll go for that one. That's definitely gonna take the whole day to do all of those. Oh, there's a fuel here as well. Okay, hang on a minute. So let's redo this. Going here, then here, and we can play now, I think. Then here, then this one, and this one. Okay, there's one more here, but was there? That's not a museum. Yeah, it'll be this one here. Which, have we already started? Oh, wow. Yeah, we did already start scavenging that one a while back. And what do you know? Pole arms. Okay, cool. Right, that's the... Oh my goodness. Okay, right. This is going to require some babysitting. They don't have any guns though, that's kind of nice. Yeah, just make it round the corner, get out of shot of those guys. Let's see if we can do a quick... Oh, that was so fast. Nice. Right, now get out of there. Oh, we took some shots. Yeah, one of our vehicles has taken fairly substantial damage. Oh, they're still coming for us. We might have to abandon the fuel depot. No. Getting through it quite quickly. You know what? Let's kill them. I know they've only got pistols, but in the least we can get some ammo. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Oh, raiders are coming. Where? I think it's just warning us about those guys, so that's fine. Right. Ugh, got PDs off again. There we go. There we go. And then, right, home is this way. So we could. That one's probably a bit too big. Yeah, we'll just send them straight. Actually, we'll leave them there. When they finish up, we'll see what we can do with them. Oh, okay, right. Sorry, our 3 workers arrived, so that's great. And we can throw them straight on the building task, and that has maxed out our builders. So we definitely need to queue up some more tasks here. We're gonna do one more wall here. Oh, there's a little rubble pile there. Let's try and get this across without. Actually, before we do that. Oh, oh wow. I don't think I've ever opened that console before. Hmm. We did want it more here though, because we didn't want it like too close to this building. It's kind of just creating a big blind spot for us. What is this? Oh, this is also a deconstruction task in progress. I see. Let's see. I mean, if anything, that's the priority area, so... you know what? Let's just take 2 of these builders, because we've got plenty of them assigned anyway. We'll put them onto there. Okay, nice. Now, can I fit in... Ideally, I want to go there, but I don't want to remove that rubble pile. So we're gonna... There we go. That... Will that do? Yeah, that'll do for sure. Okay, nice. We've got another wall in there. So, maximum worker for that is 24. What else can we build up? Probably another warehouse over here. I'll put one. How about we put one right next to this tower? Because then we can probably put another one up in this corner as well. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Bit of distance away from the guard tower. Nice and close to the wall. Sweet. Okay, that's pushed us up to 29 of workers needed. So that'll be fine for now. Let's go back and check. Well, let's check on our squads down here. Okay, making good progress through this sector. And these guys up here making quite slow progress up here, but these are all much bigger buildings, so that makes sense. Building complete, that's probably one of our walls. And these guys have 1, 2, 3 stops left. So yeah, it looks like we are probably going to be able to queue them up for a couple more things on the way home. Oh, another vehicle? A combi. Wow. I wish we had the same luck we have with cars with the assault rifles, you know. Nine cars in the car park, plus the 4 we've already got assigned to our squads, so that's 13. Plus the 3 extra on the map. 4! Again, we found 2 cars in one go. Wow, so I've lost track. What's that, 17? 17 cars? My days. We might, like, never need to build a garage at this rate. Though we will at some point, because that'll be more for upping the armor and capacity and installing some 50 cal guns onto our vehicles. Right. So. Yeah, okay, let's get them stopping off at a couple of locations on the way home. There actually isn't really that much, is there? But let's just try and get the fuel. Oh, didn't hold shift. Get back in there. How long is it going to take to go into this? It's going pretty quickly. This one will be quick as well because it's already more than half done. So then, yeah, hold shift this time, Dill. There we go. Get those 2, and then back home. Are we... Well, we don't have any forecasts, so we don't know whether it will be a full moon, but we've got to remember, keep an eye out for that full moon. Yes, Cataveto, I've seen your messages multiple times. I'm just not very observant, you know? But if we notice the full moon, then we can actually just continue with what we're doing. There's so much space in these vans that we could be out for probably a couple of days scavenging. It's just the dice roll of how much risk are we taking on the hordes. Okay, these guys are going to actually have to wrap up after this building. Let's keep them scavenging there, but then send them back to their spot. These guys are on their last one, so that's perfect. That's nicely in time for the end of the day. Do we, I mean, I had a quick look, but again, as I was talking about my lack of observance. But yeah, that's still no assault rifles. Loads of pistols, decent amount of ammo, and the obligatory pole arms. Alright, come on lads, please. Please. Even just like one. Just like, give me one more. Alright, you boys are taking your sweet time up there, aren't you? This may well be that swarm that's incoming. In fact, it very much looks like it is. No? Okay, maybe not. They're kind of meandering, so must be another layer, I suppose. Oh wow. Okay, took a bit of damage, but nothing really for us to worry about. And I might actually cancel... Nah, do you know what? We'll let them do their thing. If I only have to babysit one pair of squads, that's fine. But trying to look after both of them while they're out and about is a bit of a no-no. Okay, cool. So they're deposited and back to their spot. Let's get over to these guys and just make sure they survive this. Did we get an assault rifle?
There are some infected around here.
Of course we didn't. Of course we didn't. Alright.
Horde, spotted!
Okay, boom. Super quick blast through all of that.
There are some
Nice
infected
amount of
around
fuel to bring back home with us. Very nice amount of fuel. So that's good at least. Definitely
here. Infected incoming!
upping our stockpiles there. Yeah, definitely a lair here. I think this one. Graffiti?
Hostiles inbound!
Still don't see any graffiti as the indication. Okay, lovely. Right, everyone's back home and safe. We obviously have not paid attention to our workers here either. Because a lot of buildings have finished up. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, they finished up this one. That's nice. So let's get those 5 onto this one and max that out. Get that one deconstructed. I'm not going to bother putting guards in at this point. You know, I don't. I mean, it is a bit of that dice roll because we don't know if those hordes are, if that storm's coming in tonight. But I'm feeling confident, so we'll leave them. We'll leave them be. Now, while we wait for the night to pass, let's once again look at where we need to send our boys off. Yeah, look at that. We've cleared out most of the museums now. It's literally just, it's got one more opportunity to find assault rifles on the map here. One more shot. Other than that, our only next available chances are going to be when we can do expeditions off of map, which will also allow us to have access to the trader, and there's a chance we can get assault rifles through him. Other than that, well, I guess also maybe relying on finding some survivors that might bring assault rifles with them. But yeah, other than all of those considerations, it's the manufacturing that's probably going to have to happen with that. But that's fine, that's kind of helped us aim our direction for our research. So we'll have rifles up next and then assault rifles after that, and that's going to be a combined total of 35 research points. We have 30, so we can break ground with the pistol research. We will have to let them accumulate a few more points before we can move on to the assault rifles. We also need to clear up a bit more space so that we can fit in our new production building that will come off of the back of that. I'm thinking about where, because it would be kind of nice to try and zone things as much as we can so that the layout of our zone is intelligible. But being that we kind of need to build up things a little bit at a time, it's kind of hard to plan that out. But for now, I'm thinking that maybe we just put our industrial stuff up the north end here, because once we've cleared out some of these buildings, which I guess will be our next priority. That's a lot to deconstruct, isn't it? And what else have we got going on? Okay, a new day is coming. We don't need to worry about guard swapping. But we do need to get these guys off on their expedition over here. So, to turn everything back on, we're going to go here. And then for the final chance over here. And then we're going to use the route that it's showing us back as a guideline for stopping off. It's just going to be fuel. We're just gonna queue up these fuel buildings. I have a feeling this, although it has a door. Oh, actually, we might be okay because it's got a door on the side.
Going there.
So that might be one of those ones that's too thin to even get into. Right. Too big. Too big. Too big. Alright, well I guess that'll be it then. That should be able to pull enough fuel in to at least have like paid the cost of fuel that it took to get us there. And because of how far away it is, it probably is going to take all day, so yeah, we can just send them home after that. Lovely. Right. Now, let's give a bit more attention to our workers here. So, lots of building works underway. Good amount of wood coming in. We've got 500 space now. Oh, how long? Oh, I was just going to see if we could actually see how much space this adds. The standard warehouse size. But yeah, we've got a few tree planters, foresters, you might say. Couple on the trees here. I mean, that's probably all right for the trees. I mean, I'm sorry, in terms of getting out of the way of producing extra greenhouses here. And then, yeah, we're quite low key on the scavenging, aren't we? Although they've just minced up that one. So that's epic. Right. That will now allow us to finally place our southernmost gate here. Yeah, see, is it this way or is it 180 degrees from that? Who knows? Getting nice and square over the road. Bosh. Okay, and then we'll be able to build up our wall across the south bank there. And speaking of walls, let's add in. Wait. Yeah, we end up with a little diddy wall. That's fine. In fact, no. Oh, not a gate, a wall. Alright, fine. I just wanted to like kind of curve it round a little bit more. But we ended up going quite straight with this one anyway, so that just is what it is. Fine. Builders, right, 19 of them needed, 14 of them assigned. That's fine. Starting to look pretty good on our defences here now. We've almost completely covered the eastern side, which, in all honesty, is probably the least important side because it's where the water is, which is at least a hazard to slow them down. By them, I mean the hordes, of course. But yeah, we kind of can't. There's not really any point in us building walls off this side. I know it would be the same thing, same as the south here. And in terms of the north, we've got to clear the buildings out first. So yeah. What was that notification? Wasn't paying attention. Oh, the warehouse. Yeah, and we missed it. So we were on just over 3,900, and we're just over 4. So it's about 100. It did give us about 100 storage space. So not very much, obviously, as you would expect from such a small building. But hopefully a few of those dotted around is going to be enough to carry us over until we can actually build up a new large warehouse. Which I might do on this like entire block. Although I've got to be careful, we've already been through this whole palaver of building an oversized building. So maybe just a quad of warehouses would be more appropriate. But yeah, in order to do that, obviously we've got to get rid of these buildings. So gonna need to focus on that soon. Yeah, I'd kind of like, yeah, I'd kind of like to take this entire section across here. So yeah, next up is going to be putting that gate across this road, and it's like bang on where this building is. So we will have to wait for that. Although with 3 workers available, there we go, chuck them there. That'll be the builders completing their job. Yeah, lovely. Once we've got, so we do need to build another guard tower, but I don't. Well, I was gonna say I don't really want to build too many, but it doesn't really matter if we're swapping the workforce over night and day. These guys I probably should have sent out for a daily expedition, but that's fine. We've had some other things to focus on. Speaking of which, how are these guys getting on? Right, here we go. Our last chance to have found assault rifles in the museums. Do we have any? No. Pole arms. No. Oh, okay. Alright! Okay, so I guess they're on, I think that's the last 2 then before they head home. They'll get back before, or probably at the turn at the end of the day. That's great. I don't understand how, I remember that like right near the beginning we picked up the tools from these 2 buildings. I don't know how we were able to do that, but we can't. Well, I guess we did also scavenge this one. Really triggers me that this building is just in the way. Look at that mess. Sunken rail tracks. Oh yeah, of course, but you can get across on that. I think we did also discuss that before, didn't we? Wild. Are you actually going to hop across? Yeah, literally jump over one to the other. But you're telling me I can't. Telling me I can't cross our bridge here. Ridiculous. What is it that's stopping? Oh wow. Okay, I never actually paid attention to what was happening at this junction, but it kind of makes sense when you look at that. It's all a little bit sideways, isn't it? Alright, yeah, and we're just about hitting dusk. Well, there's no point putting M3 on there, but again we missed our builders finishing up. So here we go, here's the autosave. Because it's summer we do have a bit more light. We've got 1 more hour of our guys working. Or not. I guess the call has to come in early so they've got time to get home. But yeah, now that they're done, let's take the scavs off, put them on guards. Yeah, I can't just blindly assign the scavengers though. I need to assign them manually here. Metal. Got quite a lot of it. I think. Alright, you know what? Bomb. Let's just put them all onto trees. And then when we get the 9 workers back in the morning, we'll put them all onto here. I've already changed my mind. And take 4 off. Put 2 each onto these ones because we'd also want that cleared as a priority as well. In fact, this is probably the least of our concern. And especially when we're already getting wood. Yeah, you know what? We just cancel that work on the trees there. We put them all onto this. We just prioritize this. And hopefully we can crunch through a lot of that in our next episode. We should also be able to get our third gate up and running over here. Where's our got? Oh, they did make it back. Good stuff. Alright. Lovely. Everyone's back at home. Guards are in place for the night. Swarm could probably be coming in tonight. But if not, then definitely tomorrow. So, that is where we're at the end of the day on the 51st month of our Bristol infection-free zone. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to head down to the comments section below and say hi, drop a like. I'd really appreciate a subscription as well if you are watching along and you haven't already. And yeah, very good to have you here. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.